So now that we've identified that this 3 hours capital, even though the initial zero point 0.3 ether here wouldn't really raise too much eyebrows, let me tell you a little bit about who 3 hours capital is after a little bit of research. 3 hours capital is a registered fund management company with the monetary authority of Singapore under the Securities and Futures Exchange. Have a quick look at their LinkedIn. 3 Hours Capital Pte Limited is a lending fund manager focused on providing superior risk-adjusted returns. Let's go to their website, 3hourscap.com. What are they up to? What is their select investments? About us. 3 Hours Capital Pte Limited is a hedge fund manager established in 2012 and focused on providing superior risk-adjusted returns, founded by Su Zhu, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, and Kyle Davies. The firm is a registered management company in Singapore. Registration number, blah, blah, blah. Select investments. What are they up to? Base layer, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Mina, and Polkadot. Decentralized finance. And the one that highlighted my attention here was synthetics. So we obviously know HEX is extremely controversial in the current ecosystem, currently. But they have investments inside of all of these areas publicly. But remember things about hedge funds, right? And institutions. They don't always tell you what they're doing until they've done it, right? And we know that their account is already linked to the HEX contract address. You can't lie. This is the beautiful thing about when people label their accounts for public reasons, public relations, transparencies. Well, it also shows people like myself, we can find those accounts with platforms like Nansen. So that's what Nansen helped show me today, is that inside of HEX, we have a link to 3 Hours Capital investing potentially, not through this account, bear in mind, but they have perhaps made an error by using or sending funds from their main Ether wallet just to fund another wallet with doing some form of transaction in HEX. And that's enough link, that's enough proof to know that we have 3 hours. Now, why is that important? The value here is not important, 0.3. These people, when I show you the Bitcoin address, they're dealing in thousands and thousands and thousands of Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin through other areas of their investment wing. We know that these guys are inside of the decentralized finance area. We know. We can see them here. Now, the reason why I highlight synthetics is because we have some accounts inside of HEX with large stakes that have large amounts of synthetics. So I would be pretty confident in saying the accounts that I identify with synthetics, like millions of dollars of synthetics, are quite likely 3 Hours Capital. You know, just a hunch. And sometimes hunches are right. Now, when the legitimacy comes with HEX coming into the space, maybe in, a year's time, when all the dust settles, I would not be surprised if they come out once they've got a sound foundation and they've acquired what they want to do and they've got their positions, and not only that, they have the power inside of the space to make a statement inside of their website with labeling HEX as another decentralized financial platform that they have invested in. They don't tell you straight away, early, especially when there's a lot of negativity in the space. These people are trying to attract investments into their management fund. And with all the negative voice that's taken place and has taken place and will continue to take place until enough time passes, they will probably want to just keep that one quiet. Invest in everything. Just talk about the ones that are doing well. When HEX starts to mature into the future, don't be surprised if you don't see HEX rubbing the same shoulders with these guys here, with one of the biggest hedge funds in the world. Why do I say that? Well, let's look here. Another article. This is back in 12th June 2020. Singapore's 3 Hours Capital buys 6% of Grayscale. 3 Hours takes 6% of the $3.5 billion Bitcoin fund. So these guys are backing Grayscale also. What? And they're linked to HEX? And here's another article from CoinDesk. Record wrapped BTC mint completed by 3 Arrows Capital as demand for Bitcoin on Ethereum continues to grow. 3 Arrows Capital just completed the single largest issuance of a new wrapped Bitcoin token by any merchant, minting 2,316 wrapped Bitcoin through BitGo Thursday afternoon. And that was on September the 24th, 2020. So these guys are big players in the market, and I suspect they are wanting to get a little bit of exposure. And if these guys are into long-term investments with long-term returns, what better than HEX? Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This was Silver the Antidote, bringing you the very latest, the very greatest inside of the HEX community. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video. It's been a pleasure sharing this one with you again. And if you haven't already, come over to my Twitter account. It's Silver_Antidote.